Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new drama, The Listener. And this is written by Alessandro Cayman and directed by Steve Buscemi. Very interesting, pretty unexpected, but he adds a nice handle and a nice touch on building tension throughout this drama that just focuses on Beth, played by Tessa Thompson, using a fake name of Beth, as she's a helpline volunteer who's just there to listen. She works overnight, she gets phone calls throughout the evening, and slowly but surely she's confronting her own experiences, her own trauma, maybe why she's doing this in the first place. And Buscemi does a great job in terms of keeping a level of energy that feels like the film is propelling forward. It keeps it engaging enough for the audience because, you know, this could be easily unengaging when it's just a woman on the phone talking to people throughout the film. Like Stephen Knight was able to do with Locke, I think Steve Buscemi, I don't think to the same level of, like, atmosphere and stuff like that, but still does a good job of being able to keep us engrossed and keep us focused. It's well paced. And which is, you know, hard to do when it's literally just people talking on the phone the whole time. But Tessa Thompson delivers such a great performance where she has to navigate so many complicated feelings, whether it's like her getting overinvested in helping or her being put in discomfort by somebody who obviously is trying to get off on listening to her talk or just breathe into the phone. And, like, navigating all those awkward moments. And also seeing her slowly unravel and start showing her real self through these phone calls. Which, you know, is not great in terms of her job. But might be good in terms of her as a human being. And trying to process as well. This has a great cast. With Logan Marshall Green and Derek Cecil and Margaret Cho. Aaliyah Shawkat. But most importantly, Rebecca Hall, who is kind of like the climactic phone call, where this really comes to a head and starts dealing with some really heavy issues in terms of suicide, and where the film starts to reveal itself in terms of Beth and her own experiences and her motivations for doing this. Honestly, I could listen to Tessa Thompson and Rebecca Hall go back and forth on the phone for the whole entire film at this point. They were so engaging. They are able to add so many layers to these complex themes that this film is talking about. It's all about grief and processing trauma, and how do we do that? Shawkat definitely is a memorable performance as well in this film, and there's these challenging elements throughout where there's moments where, you know, is this person describing having killed somebody in war, and there's that weight to that. There's the creepy guy on the phone that's making things uncomfortable. Guy straight out of prison trying to, you know, just find some human connection because you feel so isolated. You see Beth as she goes from, like, trying too hard to fix things and goes right to the element of, I want to help, here's some information. And you can tell some of these people just wanted to talk and they didn't call to get somebody to fix their problems, they called to have that human connection. And that's important as the film goes on, and being able to understand how significant it can be to have that human connection to open up with. Sure, there's conveniences in terms of, like, this writing of the film and how certain things play out. And also, you might be a little limited in the fact that, like, this is a very enclosed, small situation. And some of the stories are, you know, each of these phone calls adds something to the story, some of which are less engaging and compelling as others. But in the end, all these great vocal performances and Tessa Thompson anchoring this all together. Buscemi has a nice, soft, simple hand guiding this film through, and there is some good tension at moments as well. But in the end, this is a really effective drama that takes on some important themes and adds a high concept idea to it, and for the most part executes on it well. But those are my thoughts. on The Listener. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.